Ladies Unique Creations. Today I am joined by my dog Light. So if you see a very large dog that is shaved in some areas and has hair in others, that's my own doing because she had large mats. So it's not animal abuse. We were trying to get the mats out of her hair and you can't brush them out. So I had to shave her, so she looks really weird now. Still cute, but looks really weird. So if you see her walking past, at any point she's down over there, that's Light. Now, we are going to finally fill in the 2x4s that we burned and stained. I didn't stain on camera, that's just boring, nobody wants to watch that. So, we're going to fill it in with epoxy. I chose to do black because the burn marks were black and it looks really nice, but I want it filled in. And then on the table, on the epoxy table, we're going to put these in and then put black epoxy along the side. So I thought it'd be pretty to have the black up here and then the black along the sides. So we are going to, I'm going to wipe this down because it's awfully dusty in my garage and I don't want dust in my epoxy. So I think I'm going to use, you have to use a 1-to-1 ratio with this epoxy here. It's not a 2-to-1 like some, this is a 1-to-1. And just to be sure, I'm going to read it one more time, but you pour the hardener, nope, the resin into the hardener. This is the hardener, this is the resin. I screwed up before, and I'm sure you saw in one of my previous videos that I poured it the opposite way, and I poured a lot of it, and this was the results. It melted, it actually melted my cups, and then hardened like really, see, it won't even come out, and like hardened really fast. This still has part of the cup around it. So you pour the resin into the hardener. Not the other way around, which I made the mistake of doing. So I think I want to use, because I need enough for 5 boards. I think I'm going to do probably 1 ounce to 1 ounce. And start with that and see if that would work, because, sorry, I'm reading this again, I just want to make sure I don't mess that. 1 ounce to 1 ounce, so it ended up being about right here on the cup full of epoxy, and I think that will be plenty. I don't think I really need more than that. So I'm going to put 1 ounce of hardener, and I should probably put on gloves. That would probably be smart. I made the mistake of not putting on gloves the first time I attempted to stain the wood, because I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought it was just paint, like paint, and I just painted it on, but I used a cloth because it said to use a cloth. And I had, that's weird, I had stain all over my hands. It was really hard to get off. So I'm going to pour a 1-to-1 ratio. There's one with the hardener. And I'm just going to put these off to the side in case I need them again, because I might have underestimated. And here's the resin. Then you stir for approximately 3 minutes, making sure you scrape the sides. Oh, nice. My hair's in here. Maybe, just maybe, I should put my hair up. It's actually right here. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to put my hair up and then start mixing this. because I don't want my hair all over in my 2x4s. That won't go too good. So you mix it for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll add in the mica. And the mica is just the colorant. It's the powdered colorant that I have right here. Now that my hair is gone out of my epoxy, I'm going to sit here and stir it and scrape the sides and scrape the bottom for 3 minutes. And you gotta forgive me, I always have the sniffles, I notice when I do these videos. But it's so damn hot and dry. It just makes my nose wanna, I guess, sniffle. It's really weird. I also have a squeegee, and I'm gonna use the squeegee after I fill in these cracks with the epoxy to try to get as much of it off as I can. I'm gonna try to minimize how much epoxy I actually put on there, because I don't want to have to go back and sand a lot, and I really don't want to sand at all, because that might take away some of the burn marks, and I really don't want to do that either. So we'll see how this works out. I've never burned something and stained it and then filled it with epoxy. So I don't know how this is going to work out. Because last time when I did my husband's shelves, the epoxy kind of stained the wood a little bit because it was a really light wood. It was poplar. And I ended up using rubbing alcohol, which worked really well to get the excess epoxy off. But I don't know if I can do that on a stain. I didn't research that first. And this is creating a ton of bubbles, but I'm thinking it might be okay because we're just filling in these little pieces right here. We're not like pouring a table or anything like that, so it should be okay. And I always forget, I bought an egg timer just for this purpose, and I never set the timer. So I just sit here and babble until I think it's been 3 minutes. And I'm hoping this one, it got really hot when it burned that one time. It got really hot. It started steaming, and I had to take it out of my garage because I didn't know if it could catch fire or like combust or something. I didn't know. So, and you shouldn't have your face directly over it. It doesn't smell the best. It's not like if you mix lye and water, it doesn't smell that bad, but it doesn't smell very good. So I wouldn't recommend keeping your face over it when you're mixing it. That's just probably not smart, but people don't always do the smartest things, do they? I found these little mixing sticks at, I think it was Dollar Tree. It came a pack of 50 of them for $1. I use them to put the micas inside my epoxy, to stir the epoxy. I mean, I don't know, I guess you could make a lot of stuff out of them. Sorry, I forgot to turn my speaker off. I was listening to music before I started. Okay, I think that's been a long enough boring 3 minutes. So, I'm going to add some mica. I'm going to put 2 little scoops. Not that much. and see how this looks starting off. And I want to make sure that I don't have any, I guess, like how you would have lumps in cake batter. I don't want lumps of mica in here. Alright, that was enough. So I'm going to throw that off to the side. Wait for my mess. And then we're going to go ahead and start filling in some of these boards with epoxy. And I need to go grab something to drink, and I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Now it's time to fill in the wood with the epoxy. So many distractions. People's cars and kids and animals and so many distractions. Okay, I'm going to give this one more little mix. Means I did something else for a couple minutes. And we're going to start filling this in. So I'm going to use the same stick and try to get it in the cracks as much as I can. Because this has some really nice deep grooves in it. In some spots I'm noticing I put a little bit too much, but we'll use the squeegee to try to get that out. And I want to fill in all the little itty bitty burn marks. And I think I made enough to fill all 5 boards. I think I made just enough. Because they're really not that long, and I really don't need that much to fill these in. It's not very pretty right now. I get it, but that's just because I have to fill it in. And then scrape it. And it's a good thing that my dog is pretty much hairless right now, so that her fur doesn't fly and set in the epoxy. That's the only reason I let her in here today, because she's kind of naked. So, and I really don't think that's going to mess anything up. The poor girl looks pitiful. And I'm going to scrape these boards one at a time because I really don't want this epoxy drying before I get a chance to scrape out what I don't want on here. So I think I have this one pretty much filled. I think this is the one I put my hair on. May have been. I don't know. It's gone. So we're going to use this rag, and I got this squeegee from the 99-cent store. And I'm going to try to squeegee the excess off. And this isn't working that well. I'm going to put that all over my little table. And it's going all over the sides. But I do think I can put it back in here and reuse it instead of it going to waste. And not to mention, I think I actually kind of like how it looks on this wood. I don't know that I really want to take it off. I think I might want to leave it. Because, yeah, I almost fell. Because it actually gives the wood a really nice shiny look. Without really messing up the color of it. And my table's clean. I'm not just using a dirty table to wipe this epoxy off on. Oh, but that could be a problem right there. I got it on the back. So that could become a problem. I don't want it to stick to my table. That could be a problem. Didn't think about that. So, this is how it looks. Filled in. Oh, and it's running. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this because this could possibly end up sticking. So I'm gonna go and try to dry it with my fan real quick, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I had a little bit of a catastrophe happen here. I got this one done, and I got this one going, right? So I went to do I wasn't done with the second one, first of all, because I just wasn't done. But I saw the epoxy was smoking again. So I hurried and I poured it on my wood, and oh my goodness. This is my wood. I don't know what happened. It just like congealed. And like, this isn't good. It's bad. It's all bad. That's just one of them, because like I said, I hurried. This is still smoking, I think, or it might be the other one. One of these two suckers is still smoking. This one is, oh, it's hot. This one is a little bit right here, still smoking. But look, it messed up my pretty piece of wood. I don't know what to do with that. I have to start over. Like, this is just an abomination. I don't know what's going on. And I mixed it right. I made sure I mixed it right. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe I need to start earlier in the day and it's too hot out right now. Because they say to use epoxy when it's under 80 degrees. Oh, and this is the third piece. You can see this blob of freaking epoxy on my wood. No good, guys. So, I think what I had to do is, of course, I gotta cut 3 more pieces of wood, burn them, and stain them. I don't know, this table doesn't want to be made for some reason. First, I couldn't cut down my okay, so we found wood in the forest. They're these big, round stumps. And I tried to cut them down with my chainsaw. It was a brand new chainsaw. It wouldn't cut it. And then the chain came loose. I don't know what the heck that was all about. So I haven't gone back to that yet. So I ended up changing my mind. And I decided to use 2x4s across it. Because I thought that would look really nice if I burned them and filled them in with epoxy. And oh my god, guys, the epoxy is like gone inside of these. I don't know what's going on. This is just not good. This table doesn't want to be made for some reason. But do you know what? This table can go to you know where. Because it's being made, whether it wants to or not. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave the 2 that are okay. Because they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm going to cut 3 more pieces of wood. I'm going to stain it. And then I'm going to have to come back. Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night. Because I'm just flustered and I'm not going to think well today. I'm going to come back tomorrow night. And we're going to epoxy inside these 3. See, it's like sticking my fingers together. Anyway, we're going to epoxy these 3. And then, yeah. That's how we'll do it. I'm going to have to do this inside the house instead of in the garage. So I'm going to have to wait for my children to go to sleep. And then we'll epoxy in the house. Until tomorrow, have a great day, everyone. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want, leave a comment. And if you have a suggestion for me for maybe next time, please leave it in the comments. Have a great day, everyone.